Hey everybody, it's Ivory. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be comparing the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation that just came out, and I'm going to be comparing it to the original Superstay in Liquid Foundation. If you've been following my channel, then you know that the liquid foundation is my favorite drugstore foundation, so the stick has some pretty big shoes to fill. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Wednesday and post occasional bonus videos throughout the week. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. So this side, I'm going to be using the stick. I've used this a couple times, I just want to be honest, but I've never done a wear test yet for you guys to see, so I wanted to do that. So I'm just going to apply this like so. Before I forget, the shade I am in is 220 Natural Beige. I never bothered with this applicator just because it seems useless and it takes off quite a bit of product. That was my first time using it, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to stick with what I know, so I'm going to blend this out with my round kabuki brush. Okay, so this is what one layer looks like. It's a pretty good match, I'd say. You can see right here, it still shows some of my blemishes and my redness. So I'm going to add another layer just to see if we can build it up and get some more coverage. And I'm just going to stipple it where I have more acne. I'm noticing that to get the coverage that I want, I have to apply the stick foundation everywhere versus, like, you know, when I add foundation with the liquid version, I can have like just a couple spots and then like buff it out and it will cover everything. So I'd say this formula, like a little like more is better if you're looking for a full coverage, but if you just add a couple of stripes and then buff it out, it will come out pretty sheer. Okay, so this is 2 layers of the cream foundation, and then I'm going to move on to this side with the liquid. Okay, with the liquid, all I need is 1 pump. I do not need a lot. So I'm going to take my flat top kabuki. I don't use this one very often just because I prefer the round top, but I already used that, so... Okay, so that is 1 pump of the Maybelline Superstay in the liquid form. As you can see, 1 pump goes a long way. It completely covered everything. And this side is actually worse acne-wise. Like, I have it on my neck and the blemishes are... This is actually the bad side today. So the fact that it took way less product to cover and this was more severe, that says a lot. I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup and then I'll tell you whether or not they glided on well or if I had any issues. Okay guys, so my face is completed. I did set my entire face with a damp sponge using the translucent setting powder, and I added on bronzer and blush and a very minimal look because I do actually want to wear this to the gym to see how it wears. I didn't want to go to the gym with like a super colorful cut crease type of look and then people being like, you're going to the gym, are you trying to find a man? Like, no, I'm doing a wear test, guys. So yeah, everything glided on really well. I didn't have any issues. I don't typically after I set my face, so yeah, everything looks really good. On our first impression, I think the foundation looks pretty good. It does cling a little bit to my dry patches, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't really ever get those, so it doesn't look too cakey. Coverage is okay, but like I said, I had to build it up quite a bit. I'm gonna do a couple check-ins just to show you what we're working with, but just on the product alone, I will say that the original is 1 fluid ounce and this one is 0.25 ounces. So you get a quarter of the product and they actually are about the same price everywhere you go. Like this, the lowest I've seen it is like $8 and this one I got it for I think around $9 at Walmart. So based on that alone, you already get so much more product from the liquid foundation versus this one. Some people might want a more sheer foundation, and if that's what you're looking for, then the stick might be for you. You just add a couple of stripes and you buff it out and it's going to be sheer. You're going to see imperfections. So if that's what you're looking for, then this might be a good formula for you, but I am not that person. When I add foundation to my face, I am looking for something that's full coverage, that's long lasting, acts like a high-end product, but is a fraction of the price. So the Maybelline Superstay does that for me. So just based on that alone, with the price and the amount of product for each of the products, I probably wouldn't repurchase the stick foundation. And also with the packaging, like this sponge was unnecessary. People don't really typically use like the applicators on this. I think a lot of makeup brands should just stop altogether. They could have added so much more product and like filled this entire thing with the foundation, but they didn't. So yeah, we're just gonna keep this on for a couple hours. All right, the countdown starts now, so I will check in later. Okay, at this point, about 3.5 hours have passed. So this is what it looks like. I haven't been doing a lot. I've just been editing and hanging out with my dogs. I ate, if anyone's curious, I did eat. I think the true test is gonna be when I go to the gym today, and then you'll see afterwards how it wears from that. There is no, as far as separating and shine, there isn't any really. It still looks exactly the same. The foundation hasn't bunched at all. When I touch it, it doesn't transfer, so far so good. I don't think there's any more to it, so we're just gonna keep this nice, short, and simple. So I will be back in a couple more hours and give my final thoughts. Okay, so it is officially the 8-hour mark. So I just came back from the gym, so I am feeling really sticky and gross, so I'm really excited to take this off. So let's just get right into it. It was really hard, but I tried not to swipe my face at the gym even though I was super sweaty, so that I could do it here just to see if there's transfer. So on this side, if we remember, we used the stick foundation. If I press it, so there's a little bit of transfer. This part was in the crevice of my nose. And on this side, I mean, wow, there's like nothing. I never wear makeup to the gym. It was kind of just to see if it could survive the gym. I did not know the liquid Superstay could last that long. Okay, so you saw that the stick foundation does transfer a little bit, the Maybelline doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna get really up close and personal. If you can see right here on this side where the stick is, it transferred on my nose and it's separated. And on this side, I don't have that. On my chin, there is some separation, and as well as my forehead, there's a little bit of cracking. For my under eyes, it did settle a little bit into my fine lines, but it's not bad at all. Like, I'm okay with this. Overall, I think if I didn't go to the gym, it would be okay. Like, it wouldn't have worn off as badly. Not that this is bad. Actually, I think this is comparable to the liquid foundation. If you're wondering if I wore the same shirt that I wore all day to the gym, you would be correct. My philosophy is if no one saw you wear it, then it doesn't count. So if you wore a cute outfit on Sunday and you want to wear it the next day to work, then you go ahead and you do it because no one at work saw you. So it doesn't matter. When I was in college, I had classes from Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I had different classes for Tuesday, Thursday. I would wear the same outfit Monday as I would Tuesday because they're completely separate classes and separate people. So your Monday, Wednesday, Friday life doesn't need to know nothing about your Tuesday, Thursday life. You save money on clothes and laundry, and in college, it's really, you know, it's efficient. I guess as an adult, now it sounds kind of gross, but let's just keep it between me and you. Like, no one's gotta know, it's just us. Okay, so overall, my final thoughts are I think that the foundation actually lasted a lot better than I thought it was. I was really skeptical because the texture is really creamy, so I thought this was gonna crease like crazy, but it didn't. So it held up really well for the 8 hours. I don't think I would ever repurchase this though, because I've only used it a couple times and I had to use quite a bit of product to get it to the coverage that I want, and look how much I have left. There's not a lot left, and I bought it either last month or the month before, and so I probably have only used it a total of, being generous, probably about 10 times. So get 10 uses versus the liquid foundation. I've had this for months and I'm still not done with it. I guess the one nice thing about the stick is that you don't have to put it in the back of your hand and then take a brush and reapply it like you do with the liquid foundation. You could just apply it straight to your face. But even then, that doesn't make up for the fact that it's only a quarter of the amount of product as the original. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm not surprised. A lot of the times when a product is doing really well and they try to branch off of the one great product, it never amounts to the original. It's never the same. Alright, so that is it for the review. Let me know if you want me to review any drugstore or high-end foundations that I could do for you to see if it is long lasting for oily skinned people and also for acne prone skin. I'm more than happy to do that. I will see you in my next video. Bye!